I call these money dials. Every one of us has at least one money dial. We all intuitively know what our money dial is. It didn't take long for anyone to turn to the person next to them and share what you love. A money dial is the thing you love spending money on. It gives you joy. You actually want to spend more on it. Price is a mere triviality. And if I asked you what would you do with the next $10,000, beyond the people give a lot of BS answers when you ask that question. They're like, I'd pay off all my debt. I'm like, then why haven't you already? They're like, oh. If you had $10,000 more, you would happily put it towards this thing you love. That's a money dial. Why is it called a money dial? Because like a radio dial, you can turn that dial way up. You can spend extravagantly on the things you love. How extravagantly? Well, we're about to find out. I would like you to turn to the person next to you, and this time, here's the question. What if you could quadruple your spending on that thing you love? What would your life look like? And what would your life feel like? 60 seconds, put your hand up, we'll get the mics to you, and I want to hear from you. Yes, if you could quadruple your spending on the thing you love.
So I said travel. It's like the one thing I will just spend whatever on. But if I could quadruple spending, I'd probably not fly Norwegian economy and not stay at hostels or Airbnbs. I'd probably kind of amp up the luxury aspect.
Tell us what amping it up would be for you.
Yeah, so if I could like buy a first class ticket, I would like to have that option.
Mm-hmm.
I'd probably go places further away that I've never been to, or flights that I've kind of ruled out because they're too expensive. I would take them anyway.
And do you have a sense? Do you have a secret list? What's the place you would go to?
Well, before they're underwater, I'd love to go to the Maldives. So that is probably #1 on my bucket list.
Thank you for sharing. Thank you. Yes, yes.
Mine's not very deep, but I would be the most fit person you've ever met because I love fitness and I love fitness classes. And I do close my eyes to my monthly bill on that because I spend what I want.
Okay.
But if I was very rich, it would be great.
Okay. I heard a lot there. You mind if I ask you a couple questions?
I'm a little nervous.
Don't be nervous. Don't be nervous because I share the same, that's one of my money dials as well, fitness. And so thank you for sharing that. How come you started off by saying mine's not that deep?
When people are talking about their family, buying rings for significant others, I'm like,
I know, she set the bar a little high. She's like talking about my kids are safe and you're over here saying like, I want to go work out at Rumble. I get it.
Yeah.
Okay, but what's behind it? Why do you love fitness?
Well,
and hold that up.
I love fitness for a number of reasons, but from what you said, I do like the discipline of it and having that routine, and it helps to clear my head and keep me balanced. But then also through it, I've met a whole community of people, and that has become a really big part of it because when you go often and you're seeing the same people at 7 a.m. in the morning, you kind of have a connection with that too. Does
anybody in this room feel that a community and discipline is actually a very deep set of concepts? Thank you for sharing that. We often talk ourselves out of the things we love. We often minimize them as if they're just vain. But your rich life is yours. It's not mine. It's not your family's or parents'. It's yours. And what I want to encourage everybody here is to really dial in on that and to be unapologetic about it. The most common money dials, by the way, are food, travel, health and fitness, and then there's a bunch more. Mine is convenience. I love every single thing to be like a ballet. I want to wake up in the morning, everything's just moving. My calendar's like perfectly organized. When I travel, my assistant activates our travel protocol. And I'm not kidding. I know it sounds like a serial killer, but it works. It's so good. It's so good. Most of the people here are like, this guy's insane. But that's what I love, and I don't apologize for it. On the other hand, there are things I just don't care about. And we'll talk about cutting costs mercilessly in a second. But I want to hear more. I want to hear what else would it look like if you quadrupled your spending on the things you love. We got a hand up here. Yes.
Oh, so I'm really into personal growth books. So I think that if I had a lot of money, I'd sign up for direct mentoring with the author or something like that. Wow. But those are really expensive usually.
How expensive?
Could go up to like 10K, I think.
Cool.
For a session.
Love that. Self-development. I love that. That's my whole business. I love that you invest in yourself. But I also live it. I don't just sell it to other people. I also attend a bunch of classes, conferences that I don't need to, but I love it, right? So I truly believe in that, and I appreciate you saying that. What I really loved about your answer is what most people do when they answer the quadruple question is they think very linearly. They say, I had somebody in DC who said, I love to eat out. I said, okay, you quadruple your spending. He's like, I'd eat out 4 times a week. Like, that's it, man, come on. So I had to do a little work with him, right? Meanwhile, the whole crowd's like, this guy's like, this answer's so obvious.